Is the BYD Atto 3 a good car? Another day and another family-oriented electric SUV to bring you. This is the BYD Atto 3, fresh from China, and aiming to find a place on your shortlist if you're looking at cars like the Peugeot E2008, MG ZS EV or Kia Niro EV. Like discovering after a few years working together that you went to school with your colleague on the desk across from you, the BYD Atto III may be more familiar than you realize. BYD has been manufacturing everything from smartphone components to electric buses since its inception in 1995, and recently has been selling cars in its home market. Now, it wants a slice of the UK pie. At first glance, though, it's not doing too much to stand out. Though its design is inoffensive, build your dreams badging aside, there's little about the car that'll turn your head away from the plethora of choices you have in this segment. Fortunately, the same can't be said for the eccentric interior. Be it the muscle membrane-like trim inserts, eye-catching vegan leather color combination or the functional guitar strings across the door bins, there's no accusing the Atto 3 of lacking character inside. Better still, build quality is impressive, as you'll be hard-pressed to find cheap-feeling materials, unless you look way under the dashboard, a rarity nowadays on more affordable cars. A 12.8-inch infotainment system comes as standard, with a 15.6-inch screen fitted to top-spec design models. There's a bit of a party trick to it too, as it's able to rotate from landscape to portrait at the press of a button. Amusing for a brief moment, though you'll likely find a preference quickly and leave it untouched. The software on the system itself is pretty intuitive. It's essentially just an Android tablet. There are some teething issues to solve, though. You do get Apple CarPlay, but there's no Android Auto yet, said to be coming as a no-cost update sometime in the future, and the "Hey BYD" voice assistant adapting to some of the UK's more regional accents would be welcome. The BYD Atto 3 has a quirky interior design. It's smart, but the guitar strings on the doors are just odd. Legroom in the rear of the BYD Atto 3 is decent, though you may be left wanting more headroom. Kids in car seats will be fine, but it's something to consider if you're ferrying teenagers or adults around often. It's a similar story for boot space, too. 440 litres of storage isn't woeful, but it's beaten by the Kia Niro EV and MG ZS EV, although it is marginally better than the similarly sized Peugeot E2008. All versions of the BYD Atto 3 are powered by a single electric motor, drawing power from a 60.5 kWh battery. Official testing has its range at 260 miles, though a cold March day of driving the car in mixed conditions returned 3.3 miles per kWh, equating to less than 200 miles of real-world range. If you're planning to use your Atto 3 as an urban runaround, you'll be happy to know it's pleasant to use around town. Visibility is good all round, and a standard-fit 360-degree camera is a nice addition for parking. Supple suspension results in a comfy ride over bumps in the road, too. That translates nicely out on the motorway as well, though prepare yourself for a lot of wind noise at higher speeds. On a back road, the BYD Atto 3 will wobble around a bit and doesn't offer much in the way of excitement, but that's hardly a deal-breaker for cars like this. For a first foray into the UK market, the BYD Atto 3 is a respectable effort. It offers the value and quality to seriously consider compared with the established names, though it lacks some of the polish you find from more familiar brands, and that lack of space may prove a sticking point. If you like the look of this good value electric SUV, you can check out the latest BYD Atto 3 deals. You can also look for a great deal on used cars and even sell your current car.
It's all right. And today I'm going to talk about this the twin from electric cars, and this is a general video which will apply to most of the electric cars. And there are certain things you need to look out for, but generally, if you have the opportunity to get a service where they can lift the car up and put it on a tow truck, a tow lorry, this is the best way forward. Now, I appreciate that it's financially a problem, and it's maybe much easier to ask a mate and you can tow it, but you can cause a huge amount of damage to your vehicle. Now, in this video, I will not be able to show you any electric cars because I don't have any, but I educated myself to help you people, because several of my fans and subscribers, members, followers asked me to do the research and to make this video. Now, very, very important is that if you were to break down or the car certainly stops and nothing is working anymore, very important for you to know that the car has a hybrid battery which operates the motor, the electromotor, which drives the car back and forward, but it also have an auxiliary battery, which is something like this. This is from a Toyota Prius generation 1. Now, of course, a modern electric car will have a slightly bigger battery, but this is called the auxiliary battery, and it's a normal 12-volt battery. It's not very normal, it's quite unnormal because it can cost up to 900 pounds. So this one was only 150. This is a battery with no maintenance. It has some sort of gel inside, and it's perfect for the stop and go cars. Now, if you're in a situation where there is no display and nothing is switching on and off on the car, then it's very, very likely that this little battery is gone or flat. Now, here is the importance. If this little battery is flat, you won't be able to tow the car because the parking brakes will be on. It will be automatically, it puts himself automatically in parking, and I mean you can tow it, but you then can take the equipment and put it in the bin. So it does so much damage. If you tow the car when the parking brakes are on and it's in parking, with the truck you will be able to tow it, but that car is going to be finished. Now, there are certain other things you could do. If it's a front wheel drive, you can use a dolly. You could put the front wheels on a dolly, but you have a problem. The parking brake will be on, right? So the parking brake is normally operating the back tires, so the back wheels. So it's not really an option either. Now, if you put the two back tires, the front and the rear end of the car on a dolly, then you have the problem that the car is still in parking. So, as I said, the only way to really do it, if you have a back wheel drive and the handbrake is working on the back wheels, because then you can put it on the dolly, tow it, because then the front wheels are just they're not connected to any motor. If you have a four-wheel drive, then you're back to square one. Nothing gonna happen. Now, how can you then actually tow it if that little auxiliary battery is gone? Because if that is gone, it doesn't matter if your hybrid battery is fully charged. It's not going to move, because this little battery controls in most of the cars the selection lever, the displays, all the small electronics in the car. Now, you have several options. This is a little machine which I recommend. I mean, this I use for the combustion engine cars to restart them if the battery is flat. But this little gear certainly would give on this battery enough voltage that at least you can use the selective lever and put it into neutral, so at least you can push the car or ask somebody push the car a little bit away from a danger zone. So this would have enough battery. This would have enough battery to certainly move the car a little bit out of the danger zone. If you're in the middle of a dual carriageway and you break down in the middle or the red light, you can't really leave the car there for a long time. So you connect this gear onto the battery. Now in any electric car, the battery is in different places. Normally it will be in the front, on the left, on the right side. It's kind of easy to locate, because I mean everybody knows how a battery looks like, or most of the people will know. Red, it might be like a red plastic on it, is for the positive, and for the negative, I mean, if you don't know anything about, actually literally anything about it, then just get a professional. This video is designed for people who have a little bit of understanding how electronics work, a basic understanding. Now, very, very important is that you can't push an electric car on your own. The seat has sensors, and when there is no pressure on the driver's seat, the car is not going anywhere. So even if your 12-volt battery is on, or you use that gear, what I told you, that equipment, you won't be able to push it on your own, because you need to sit on it. Now, there is a trick which is a bit filthy, but you know, in a scenario where you have nothing else to do, you don't have anyone to help you, then you have to take extreme measures. If you find a log or some bricks, put a little bit of a cover on a blanket on the seat, put a big log on it, or some bricks or some tiles or whatever you find on the street corner. That will deactivate the sensor, the pressure sensor on the seat, and then hopefully put it in neutral. You will be able to push the car on your own off of a danger zone. Having said that, if you break down somewhere, you can ask people. I'm pretty sure they help you, and then you just have to sit in the car and being pushed. Now, if you need to tow it longer, and example Mercedes recommends it to not to tow it longer than 50 kilometers, which is around 35 miles, and not quicker than 50 kilometers per hour, which will be what, 35, around 35. Now, the battery, that 12-volt battery needs to be okay. Now, this won't last you 50 kilometers. This gear is just literally to push the car off of the road. Around 80 pounds, I put a link in there. Buy it anyway. It can help you out of a very, very dodgy situation. You can also use it as a battery pack for your mobile phone, to charge your mobile phone. And in a really, really weird situation when you come in life, in the forest, it should. Well, it certainly has the SOS light. I don't know why is it not happening. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is sending out an SOS signal. So when you're somewhere in a place, you could be on a boat, whatever. So this gear is not just for starting the car. This is a very important, this can save your life. I mean, this light in the dark, it goes for long, and everybody really knows the SOS light code. So if somebody sees you, they will know that you're in a problem. So this can be good for many things. What I do recommend, which is a little bit crazy, but I'm coming from a country where you had to find solutions. Stuff wasn't available, so you just had to fix it or make it, and therefore my videos are quite weird, because I'm just a guy who like to make things work. So what you do, what would I do if I would an electric car? I would invest in a battery like that, right? Having it fully charged. This is from a Toyota Prius, as I said, generation 1. It's quite cheap, but if you connect this battery to your that 12-volt battery with a lead like this, right? Connect, positive, positive, yeah, negative to negative, and then the other end, you connect in your car, obviously red to red, black to black. And this on the other end would certainly give you enough power with a that 12-volt battery that you can throw it to the next garage, or at least in a secure area. I'm not sure 35 miles, but it's possible. Now, this is gonna cost you 125 quid. You have it in the boot of your car. Doesn't take much space away, but you can take then the whole battery with that lead and literally put it somewhere on the in the hood, under the hood, because this battery will fit anywhere. In any car, you will be able to put it. Of course, the hood you won't be able to close, but at least this gives you the power to keep the car in neutral. Now, it is not sexy, yes, because the thing will be open, but if someone is towing you with 20 miles an hour, the hood will not go up. It just won't. But of course, you can also secure the hood with a bungee or something. But this battery will fit under the hood and will supply you with the right amount of power for the auxiliary battery to be able to thrown away. Now, of course, if you have the money, these days, if you have an electric car, I suppose you have the money, then just get a tow truck, they lift it up, put it there, drop it off, gonna cost you 450 quid. Or you're insured, you have a breakdown cover, no big deal. Make sure for the breakdown cover, you take a breakdown cover which includes picking up EVs, because not all the insurances have it. And then you don't have to worry about it. I'm talking about here this video for people who are in a distress situation. I know it's long. I know it's 12 minutes, but 12 minutes or spend thousands of pounds, it's up to you. So those are the tips which I gathered for myself. Select the lever, put it into neutral. Make sure you sit in the car. Make sure the 12-volt battery is on. If it's not on, you will know anyway, because you won't be able to select. And then tow the car only 35 miles with maximum speed of 35 miles an hour. Mercedes recommends 50 kilometers, 50 km/h, which is 35 in miles and in speed. So thank you ever so much to watch this, and I hope it really helped you. This is a general video for all electric cars. I'm pretty sure there will be, or the ones that are coming out, some of them will be different, and some of them. So my video doesn't apply to some of them. But right now, what I'm marketing in July 2023, what I just told you, works on 95% of the electric cars out there. Okay, quick recap. If you lose all battery on, if you don't have any display and nothing is on in the car, it's a high possibility that this auxiliary battery 12-volt one is dead. Those are going normally 5 years. If they die, they just die from one day to the other. You know what to do. You have to use something like this to give it a bit of power to be pushed off of the street, and or use this combination to be able to be towed. Make sure the selective lever is in neutral. Make sure you remain seated in the car while being towed. And if you can't, you have to put some heavy load into the seat so it deactivates the sensor, and then you can push it yourself for a few meters to take it off of the road. In an emergency, you have to do what you have to do. Right now. Donkey Dogs for tuning my channel. Like, share, comment. And of course, if you have any other tips, or is there something which I missed, or you feel that this information is not correct, then please leave me a comment, and I will redo the video, because I don't wanna spread here I would not spread here stuff which is not correct. But as far as I educated myself and as far as my understanding of these electric vehicles, this is the way forward. Arawa.